Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe constantly evolving. And there's just been so much exciting news in casting decisions for Spider-Man 3. And it just seems like this week in general, we have some more extremely exciting news and possible leaks and rumors that are really starting to take shape for the upcoming Spider-Man movie that is really exciting and really big, especially coming from the news that we've gotten just a couple of days ago about Dr. Octopus making a return from Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi one. And now it looks like even more stuff is starting to pop up, and we are so excited for this news. And real quick, we wanted to give a huge shout out to our Instagram page. If you guys didn't know, we just passed over 8,000 followers over on Instagram, so we'd really appreciate if you guys headed over to our Instagram, scrolled through some of our posts, maybe hit the like button and followed us over there. We do a lot of really interesting content if you love comic books, the MCU, DCEU, whatever it is. If you just like movies, it's a really cool page. We've been working really hard on it, and it would mean the world to us if you went over and checked it out as well. So let's go ahead and jump into two massive characters that might be returning, and those two characters would be, of course, Mary Jane, played by Kirsten Dunst, and Gwen Stacy, played by Emma Stone, who are both rumored to be reprising their roles for the upcoming Spider-Man 3 movie. Now, if you guys remember, Kirsten Dunst, of course, played Mary Jane alongside Tobey Maguire's version of Peter Parker, and Emma Stone played Gwen Stacy, who actually died at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2, though she's being rumored to be reprising her role in this upcoming movie. And we have a really exciting and interesting theory as to how this is going to happen. But then there's even more rumors that have been circulating of other potential cast people to be joining up in this movie as well, including one that was a fan favorite and had been rallied behind by fans for a long time. It looked like despite all of that, it was not going to happen, but all of a sudden these rumors started popping up again. Talks on Twitter have gotten real heated, and there's reason to believe that Charlie Cox, who played in the Daredevil Netflix series, may be returning as Daredevil as Matt Murdock in the upcoming Spider-Man movie as well. Meaning there's this large cast and large ensemble set to appear in this movie. Now, we do think this might be kind of one of those movies where there's smaller roles for these characters, much like how Doctor Strange had a minor role in Thor Ragnarok, but nonetheless, it is incredibly exciting to see all of these actors and actresses coming back for this movie, especially since the majority of these cast people that have been announced, like Jamie Foxx even, were all actors that nobody thought would be returning to the Spider-Man universe ever. And the main theory that's been circulating around as to why they would be wanting to bring Emma Stone back as Gwen Stacy, even though her character died, might be to introduce a brand new Spider-Man in the upcoming movie. If you've read the comic books or you've even seen Into the Spider-Verse, we know that Gwen Stacy plays Spider-Gwen, and in some of her main backstories, she has a very similar situation in her timeline where she gets bit by the spider instead, and her best friend Peter Parker falls to his death in the tower instead of Gwen. So now a lot of people are speculating that if Emma Stone is set to make an appearance in this new movie, it might be as an alternate timeline version where she plays Spider-Gwen. And it would be such an interesting storyline to see how Spider-Gwen is kind of faced with seeing Peter Parker, or the Andrew Garfield version of Peter Parker, who she thought that she had lost, or who she had lost, and who Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker had lost the Gwen Stacy equivalent, and see how they would interact with each other if their timelines did collide. It feels like it could be the start of a really good way to tie up some major storylines that kind of were left unresolved at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 because we never got a sequel. We never got to see the aftermath of how Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker dealt with losing Gwen Stacy. And then in other news surrounding this new Spider-Man movie, there's been leaks suggesting that Tobey Maguire has now arrived on set for a suit fitting where they are going to begin sizing him up for his Spider-Man suit, which we'll be jumping into for this movie. Here's the behind the scene photo from that. So what do you guys think of all of this Spider-Man news? We're really excited to see what they end up choosing to do with this in the future. Do you like the idea of Spider-Gwen joining up for Spider-Man 3? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?